the goon tape shirt. Wow. So it was a week ago today. No, a week ago yesterday. Wow, I'm getting that wrong. Today's Wednesday. So Tuesday morning, I left for Goals. It was an 11-hour drive. Truthfully, if I knew how much hard work it would have been um, to go, I probably would have more seriously considered not going. Let's put it that way. Um, you know, Josh, the two Joshes from Fat Tack, Black Diamond Josh and Fat Tack Josh were great. Of course, it's always fun hanging out with Dark. There was a bunch of hard work, long days, and I'm gonna be sounding like the biggest, I don't know, whatever. The ride out there, I just did not sit right or whatever, and I was in all sorts of pain the first day there. So it was, the ride there, ride back. I got home at 4 a.m. I had to take, in my 11-hour drive, a half-hour nap. Whoop, sorry, I'm cooking food. So let's see, if I hit that stop button, or that was not the right stop button. That button, no? Crap, timer, that button. And maybe stop. Yes. I think now I've pushed the right buttons. I am a qualified, certified stove operator. P38 Wilbur. Dude, last year, Walt and I had lunch with P38 Wilbur. I wish I could have joined up with him. Legit. So yeah, I got back, basically Tuesday 4 a.m. So all yesterday, I kind of like just laid in bed, went back to sleep. I got up. I had to give the dog a pill at 9 a.m. Uh, did a couple of things, whatever, jumped back in bed till noon and crashing noises again. No, no, that's like, all right, because I'm doing the Body for Life diet, I got quinoa in that pot, hard boiled eggs in that pot. I came home to, all right, we were low on hard boiled eggs. My wife had made quinoa, but she put it in the week old contain or the container of quinoa from the prior week. And that was getting furry. So yeah, don't put new food with old food when it has about a week's worth of shelf life. That not doesn't work. And the turkey chopped meat that I usually eat with this kind of stuff on this diet, that was going blue, like blue cheese. Ron Wayne. So all right. So let me tell you, maybe I led with the wrong thing. One, it was great seeing everybody, and there's a stupid amount of people that we saw and hung out with and got to spend time with. So that was great. There's a lot of people. Hey, Misty, I got to meet Misty and Ron Wayne. That was like on media day, so that was a lot of fun. I never met Ron in person, never met Misty in person, so very much fun. And Ron posted a video um, with with the definition knife, so his knife booth visit. So that was very cool. So definitely the highlight of the trip is always the people. It is I've the people that you see, the friendships that you have, the people that you see once or twice a year, or meet for the first time. That is always the best part of the trip. So got to meet Hot Dog 990 and his wife. Of course, Ron Wayne and his wife. Clover Tack was there. Yeah, got to see Clover Tack. Got to see Mama Hoffman, Tim Hoffman's mom, and a lot of Tim Hoffman's family. They were there. That was cool. Dave Kawaka High Point was across the aisle from us. And I don't know if I said hanging out with the two Joshes from Black Diamond Guns and Gear and Fat Tech were cool. That was a lot of fun. Uh, whew, let's see. So Hot Dog 990 and his wife were there. Agorizer was there. Oh my gosh. I was hoping my brain. See, I didn't want to start naming names. Uh-oh. The other timer went off. I was hoping not to start naming names because I'm going to leave somebody out and I'm going to make them very unhappy. Gort was there. Uh, let's see, Fluffy Bunny Arsenal. What is it? Fluffy Jeep 10 millimeter guy. I know I'm messing his name up. Let's see, who else? It's like, and if you're in the chat and we're there, let's see. Uh, so yeah, it was great seeing people. Guys were just hanging out in the booth. We had two couches there, and people were just hanging out, which was fun. The Fat Tech guys did a time lapse at the booth on the last day on Sunday. So yeah, and I wrapped up. I think it was Saturday night, and I'm like, wait a second. All of these people, I didn't get pictures of. Pictures of hanging out with them. So I was kind of bummed about that. And then I made a bigger effort on Sunday to get pictures with people. But I realized, like, wait a second, I didn't get pictures with all the people hanging out at the booth, and I need to do that. So, unfortunately, with two guys working the booth, they're literally neither of us peed during the time the show was open. I did run by and grab some lunch, and people were getting us lunch and food and stuff like that. But Des Moines next year, I don't know. That's Hey, if the business grows and it warrants it, and don't get me wrong, I probably would have to fly. We definitely wouldn't be doing the booth setup that we did because um, it took us like a day and a half to set up that booth, and it took us a good couple hours to pack out. The uh, the booth, I thought we packed at a really quick amount of time, and then when I looked around, everybody else was gone, and you had to wait in line like as soon as the show ended, or probably even before the show ended, to get your vehicle into the event garage to unload at the loading dock. Well, there was no wait. Everybody was gone. I was like, holy cow. So yeah, big companies like PSA was next to us. The people, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying anything bad about them. Like they have a team, a crew that delivers their stuff, that sets it up, and then they just show up. And even if that was the case, it'd be hard work because if you have a crew, like if there were four of us manning the Definition Knives booth, then we'd be able to get to wander around and do stuff. But yeah, Agarizer's right. Many had hired help packing, unpacking, setting up. There were people I wanted to talk to, other businesses that, I've mentioned like, hey man, I'll be there, I'll talk to you. Didn't get there. Didn't get there. Like Rod from Aegis, kind of a brief high five, and that was it. Because here's the whole thing. It's like not only are you there to talk to people, like I really would have loved to have like dinner with Hoffman Tactical and hang out. Even like Bob from JSD Gideon Optics, I really, passing high five. That was about it. Have tools will travel to hell. That would be fun. So yeah, Gideon Optics, realistically, if you think about their business and our business, our product is in a box this big, just like theirs, relatively similar. I'm pretty sure they did their own setup because I watched them. So they've got, a background that just like unfolds and creator collabs in the booth and give you there a bit of a break. Yeah, yeah. There was a lot more we could have been better at. And again, it was the first show, so I think it went well for what we did. Now I know what to do better because I like the media end of it. We missed a lot of opportunities of the media end of getting pictures and posting on Instagram or YouTube or whatever. So there's a lot learned here, and whether it's tough. I mean, unless you have like somebody you pay to do content creation for you while you're at the event, or whether there's a team that goes around and, like, say you pay somebody to do content at your booth for you. Like, there's a lot of opportunity to do better. And all of that, I'm not crapping on the event or the process. It was a great event. I'm very happy with what we did, but I think I know a lot on how to do better. And if the business keeps growing in three legs, limps with a K, that's a heck of a name. Hi all, good to see you. Been a minute. Every time you go live, I'm busier about. Jeez. Let's see, what's Clover T? Yeah, where do I send my bill for the content? Right, right, right. Well, what I was saying is, like, as a vendor, having a team to do content for you at the event. In other words, covering your booth, your product. And when people like Clover Tech stop by, get a photo or a clip to, throw that on Instagram or YouTube or whatever. Misty did a video just, oh wow, I'll have to take a look at that. So I saw Ron's video. I didn't see Misty's video, but yeah, there's a lot of work that goes into it, and I have mad respect for the people. And just like I was saying, other companies, let's just say, for instance, PSA, who are next to us, they had a team, ship, set up, and break down, and like we were the Fat Tack Definition Knives team that did all of that. So wow, it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work, and then even if you're just showing up, just standing on your feet for, 8 or 9 hours or whatever it is. I just heard some noises. What the heck? The dogs have been following me around the house. What? Let me check where the dogs are. All right, that dog is there. So I heard something across the house here. All right, I'm walking, so the other dog hears me walking. All right, nothing going on. I thought I heard some sort of noise here, but anyhow, so great fun meeting people, hanging out with people. It would have been better if we could have been more social. Also, one of the challenges is, like, you're talking to people that you really value your relationship with, and then, customer walks up, wants to buy a knife. And, um, the product, don't get me wrong, I'm always all sorts of excited, and I'll reach into my pocket. Tell me I don't have a knife in my pocket. Are you kidding? It's on my bed, not nightstand. I'm like, wait a second. I was just going to pull out my Copilot. I'm always excited because I love the product. I think it's a great product. So that alone is fantastic. But the ability to, interact with your customer base is a big deal. And I think that's a very valuable thing. Misty, you did not freak me out. No, no, it's so fun, and I've been talking to Ron probably a number of years now on the phone, and then he'll put me on speaker, and Misty's in the background, and she's all excited to talk to me. I'm like, my wife isn't excited to talk to me. I don't know why you would be, but it's just fun. It is really fun to, finally meet Ron, finally meet Misty, and all the people that came by the booth. So it's funny, some people would just, like, stand there and look at us. It's like, hey, come on over and talk. Like, they're watching us on YouTube. Come on over and introduce yourself. We want to meet you just as much as you want to meet us. uh yeah. Miss Gina T2A, you did a good job of setting up and taking down. Dark explained it too. Yeah, that was wow. And Clover says, first time seeing the knives, definitely a lot of blade for the mic. Yeah, thank you, man. That's really the gist of Definition Knives. Stifler Manufacturing, how's it going, man? And I got to send something back to you. I'm still trying to get my head above water. It's amazing. I was gone, I guess, 6, 7 days, and just getting things up to speed here at home again. And whether it's the pool or food in the fridge, that kind of thing, because I usually cook for the week and then just heat up stuff. Uh, it's a lot. Like I threw I've already washed my dirty laundry, so that's good. But I haven't unpacked my suitcase. I unpacked the majority of stuff in the car. VK, what's up? I haven't seen you in a while. And Zanti Misfit, I don't know if I greeted you and said hello, but hello. So let's see. I was having fun doing that. I freaked out a few until they realized who I was. So, yeah, it's definitely. I think the event, the whether we made money or not at the event, I don't think we broke even. Let me just put it that way. But I think everything we did was very valuable. That the meeting of the people, just business ideas and contacts and connections that you make at in person. Range Bros, what's up, man? How's it going? I think those things are super valuable to just me as a person. I don't even care about the money on that part, but just meeting people and talking to people, exchanging ideas, that kind of thing is super fun. So wow. Yeah, there's a couple of things I've done in my life and accomplishments, and that if I knew how hard it was going to be, I probably would have really reconsidered it. And again, this is one of those things. It was very hard, a lot of hard work, a lot of hard days, a lot of um, like in the past, as when I've gone to goals last year, so same location. I was there for Thursday range day, Friday media day, and Saturday when it was open to the public, and we drove home on Sunday. If you're not setting up a booth, working a booth, blah blah blah, it's cool hanging out. Like I got to hang out with the Gideon Optics guys, the Stuff and Things guys, shoot the breeze with them, and it's a little more casual, a little more fun. Actually, I roomed with Chris from the 740 and his crew. So yeah, it's a heck of a lot of work. And Stifler says, "Oh yeah, it's like going to SHOT Show. You do not make any money going out there." Ouch! Yes, that is so true. You do not get to, let's see, you do get to meet and greet, which yeah may expand your business, but you don't make money going. Yeah, ow, ow. So yeah, Agorizer. I can't believe it. Clover was there like the whole event. He was walking around here, but I watched Clover. I saw him over. He was across the way at High Point. Talking to Dave Kawaka. Dave's up there. There's a couple of guys that I just love to chat up. Dave is a funny guy. Love talking with him. Tony Simon is another funny guy. Love to talk with him. And I always take it as like a big deal if I can make those guys laugh. If I can make those guys laugh, that's a lot of fun on my part. But yeah, a lot of good people. Chris from the 740, and it's like I got to see him for a minute. Um, so I don't, so resellers, retailers, no, but we have some ideas in the brew, in the mix. Actually, we had a meeting with OtterText this morning, and I'm still wrapping my brain around what we can do with OtterText and how we can partner with them. Definitely, we're going to be doing that with Definition Knives, but there's a lot of other things that we can do with OtterText. So, um, I got to figure out a timeline. We've got a couple of technical things we got to fix with Definition Knives just on the back end. So, wow, a lot going on, lot going on, lot. So, yeah, it was the drive is unbelievably bad. 11 hours in the car totally sucks, and even with the car driving itself, makes it a lot easier and kind of enables you to go longer before breaks. But like I said, at I was supposed to be home at 3:30 in the morning, and I ended up having to take 90 minutes away. I had to take a half-hour break. I woke myself up a couple of times snoring at the rest stop. Let's see. We went to, is it Tennessee Silencer? Yeah, we went to Tennessee Silencer's range with Fat Tack Josh. I'm sorry, I got the wrong Josh. Black Diamond Guns and Gear Josh. And we shot a few things and made some content there, but we were spent. We there it was a low energy event. Um, would have liked to done more. We had planned on being there at 9 a.m. and I was hoping to leave at like noon, 1 o'clock, so I could be home, midnight the latest. But that didn't happen. I left there like at 4, got home at 4. Fluffy Buddy Arsenal, how's it going? So we met Fluffy Buddy and his entire crew. That was cool. So they hung out with us. Initially, he said he wasn't going to come, but he came out. I guess he just brought everybody and came out. So that was very nice. Wow. So lot of good people we met. It was really nice. I handed out about 100 patches of the Flying Rich. So there's a Flying Rich patch. I got to set up a merch store and sell these things. The people were loving on that. And let me flippy. Boop. So Definition Knives, we got 2 patches here. Fat Tack had all sorts of cool patches and swag and stuff. But yeah, people were loving the Flying Rich patch. That was pretty cool. And Josh from Black Diamond Guns Gear helped me design that patch. So that was neat. And let's see. Hating X2. I like that. That's clever. Yeah, I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you came out. There's I wish we were a little bit bigger, that there could have been more people manning the booth and that we could have cruised around and could have done some, photos and social media-ish stuff. Because people came through the booth, we didn't get a photo with them. At the end of the show, I started realizing that and started trying to work that angle harder. Um, and it's tough because you want to hang out and have a conversation with people, and you got to do work. You gotta we were. I don't want to say the mission was to sell knives. Of course, that's part of it, but it's like brand awareness. I couldn't believe Ting Ting needs a Flying Rich patch. Let's see. No, PM me, DM me somehow. If you go to flyingrich.com, you can send me a message there or on Instagram. I'll send you one out. Dirtfoot Racing. Yeah, you want to play, but you're not there to play. Walt knows. Walt's been to SHOT Show for decades, so he knows all about it. Yeah. It's tough. Now this year was the first year Walt did not have a booth at SHOT Show, and he just, cruised SHOT Show like a media person. And and Hank and Lola were there. That was fun. So yeah, it's shipping your stuff, and I don't want to say shipping because the 2 Joshes, they had 2 pickup trucks and like a horse trailer style trailer and a crate in the trailer that we had all the truss work and everything in. It's a significant amount of work. It's work, yeah. It's work. It's hard work. I was exhausted. It's not like being media at an event. Like I like going to SHOT Show with Walt because Walt and Peggy and the Keller family will have dinner afterwards and chill out a little bit. But yeah, there were evenings. Dark and I just went back to the hotel room. I think we had leftovers, ate them cold, and went to sleep. It was some hard work. So, and I'm not trying to, pimp myself up. It's a lot of fun, and I think in the future I would do it leaner. Stick to more of the core, and the core being, hey, we need a table, we need a banner, we need some swag, and if I can go to Iowa with a, how would I say it, like two suitcases and a carry-on bag worth of stuff and make it work, that'd be the way to do it. Have an idea next time, just ask Johnny B, drop by all, and get a lot of. Yeah, Johnny B was there. He posted on Instagram one of our knives, so that was very cool. So Johnny B, he actually, him, his son, a couple of people were out in front of our booth. Oh, I would say if you split the aisle in half, High Point was on the other side. He was closer to the High Point side, but uh, yeah, there's. I guess we could have done a meet and greet. Oh, William Kirk, Washington Gun Law. I gotta say, always cracks me up. He's got such a good sense of humor. I can't say why, but you'll never see the photo. Crumpy was funny. Crumpy is in the Turks and Caicos. I don't know when he gets back. But Crump's calling me on the phone, telling me that Steve Williford, the barefoot defender from, oh gosh, what was it in Texas? What church? Where he ran out barefoot with his AR-15 and went after the guy. Um, he's telling me, so it was our booth, the PSA booth, and then the GOA booth. So I could see there was enough clear space. I could see the cowboy hat, Stephen Williford, at the GOA booth. He's like, oh, Stephen Williford wants to come by and say hi. And I'm like, hold on a second. I'm like, and I walk over there, and then I see Stephen Williford pick up his phone, and it says John Crump. I'm like, John, I'm right here. So he was doing a book signing, and he's like, hey, I'll come by afterwards. I'm like, well, you see us, we're right there, you know. So that was cool. I saw Dick Heller. Again, I bumped into Dick for a minute. Some people I got to talk to for a little bit because, there was a lull at the booth. It's not like one person comes by every minute. It's like 5, 10 minutes go by, nobody. And then the next 5, 10 minutes, it's three people deep in the booth. So yeah, a lot going on. Definitely a lot of work. I would love to have more people, but again, we're a startup business. Look, even Walter Keller, it's like Walter, Peggy, and maybe Will at when he was doing Safety Harbor Firearms over at SHOT Show. That's still like not enough people. That Anyhow, I just saying, I'm glad to be home, glad to have done it. Holy cow, it was a lot harder work than I expected, but definitely great experience meeting all you people, and just hanging out. And I wish I could have hung out and relaxed more with you guys and shot the breeze. As a content creator, going to this as media, you do get to, be a little more relaxed about it and take an easier, laid back time. But yeah, a lot of good people we met. So anyhow, that's really it. Came back to PSR at the booth. Yep, that was fun. Yeah, PSR's chill. It's funny when people are like bigger names in the YouTube world, and they're nice to you and they talk to you nice. So that's like Braden Langley Outdoors. I got to talk to a little bit. I got to talk to Mr. Guns and Gear a little bit. Who else? There's a stupid number of people. So yeah, I know, and I hate to say it, there's things that happened, and you're going through your mind. It was like, whoa, that's important. I need to follow up on that. And it's just like a daze. It really is. And we got to meet Ton. He was a guy on Storage Wars, Firebird Targets, and he loved our knives. And he was telling people to come by our booth. So he probably made us a lot of money. He sent a lot of people over. Very chill guy. So yeah, maybe Dark will have him on a show. And with all that, guys, I got, wifely, manly, honeydews, whatever. I gotta take care of the foods because here I am. The real life. of a YouTuber, making hard-boiled eggs for the week, making quinoa. Woo! What's Ron Wayne saying? If you need anything from me, please reach out. You and Dark are top. Dude, thank you so much. We feel the same about you. We love you guys. All right, guys, with that, thank you so much for everything. Thank you for your support, watching our content, and buying our products. I appreciate it.